You are strong, beautiful in your own body, and if you're happy with it, then that is all that matters. I obviously just wasn't happy with my body at that time anymore. Hey guys, it's Isla. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a video that I've been wanting to make for a while. I just felt like I would never be ready enough to make this video. I've been putting it off. So today's video is a weight loss video. My weight loss video. My weight loss journey, or my weight loss, whatever you want to call it. This is how I lost over 30 something pounds, I think over like 35 pounds. I haven't actually done the math yet. I wanted to make this video more recently because I actually started my journey in February of 2019. So this February actually made a year. So I figured that's like the perfect time to actually film a progress video because it's like a year time frame. However, I wasn't where I wanted to be this February with weight. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll just push it off until I actually get to that point. And you can say I still haven't gotten to that point. And that's why I was pushing it off. But I do feel like I don't think I would ever feel ready because I feel like I'm constantly losing weight. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm not done yet. So I didn't want to like make a video not being done with my weight loss journey. But I figured I don't think I'll ever feel ready enough. I do want to add numbers and measurements and weight and pictures into this video so you guys can see the actual changes that has happened. I think that's a big thing that I was like pushing off also. Like I didn't want to make the video because I didn't want to add all that stuff, and I didn't want to put in all that stuff and put it on the internet and just have it be out there. But I am very proud of how far I've come. I'm very proud of like where I started from and to where I am now. So I do think this will help my journey continue, being held accountable and helping others and just kind of, you know, putting it out there. Before we get started, I do want to say that weight is a very touchy subject and body image is a very touchy subject. So I'm not saying that this video is to like tell you that you have to lose weight or that you're not beautiful the way you are, or honestly, if you're happy with the way you are, that is literally all that matters. I just wasn't happy where I was anymore. I obviously was happy with it for a long time because I stayed that way, but it's literally how you feel. If you feel your weight is fine, that is all that matters. Who cares about what anyone else thinks? Who cares about what anyone else says? If you're healthy, and that is like the biggest thing, if you're healthy, then who cares? Who actually cares? Nobody besides yourself. Please don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up because it's taken me a long time to actually film and post this. So I would truly appreciate it. Comment if you are trying to lose weight or what your fitness goals are, and please don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Thank you so much. Okay, so like any story, this didn't just start, this didn't just happen, you know. This is the biggest thing I would like to say even before we get started with weight loss. Listen to my story. It has taken me years to put on this weight, like 6 to 7 years to put on this weight. So of course it's not going to take like a couple weeks for you to lose it. That is the biggest thing I had to realize, and I know a lot of other people with weight loss, you expect just because you start to work out and eat healthy, you're going to lose weight right away. That is not the case. It has taken a long time to put the weight on. It's going to take a while to take the weight off. Okay? So with that being said, this story actually started, I have always been the bigger kid. I have been 5'5" since 5th grade. My mom was a very tall, big woman. She was full Scottish. I'm half Scottish. I've always been tall, and I just kind of put on weight at an earlier age. I wasn't that active. I didn't do sports. So after school, I would literally just come home and like watch TV and eat snacks and stuff like that. So I think in like 8th grade, I was like pushing like 140, 150. I was like 5'5", 150 probably. And I actually started working out with my dad. And from like 8th to like my junior year of high school, I was also in not the best relationship. So from like 8th grade on, I actually started working out a lot. I would do like Insanity or run, and actually started to lose weight, but I didn't care about it too much. I was just working out to work out. I wasn't working out to like try to lose weight. There was never a goal. I never actually even weighed myself. The first time I actually weighed myself was when I moved to Minnesota. I think it was like the first day I got to Minnesota, which was my summer before my senior year of high school. I weighed myself and I was 125. So I actually lost a lot of weight. I was 5'5", 125, so I was actually really, really skinny. I'll try to put some pictures in throughout the video, but I was really skinny, but just like all I did was like cardio and high intensity stuff. So I was a lot more just like thin and just skinny. I didn't have a lot of muscle. And then I moved to Minnesota. And this is where it starts. This is where the downfall starts. So in a year of living in Minnesota, I gained probably 20 pounds or more. So yeah, I was probably like 140, 150, which wasn't even bad. Honestly, I probably looked even better because when I was 125, I did look like a little too skinny, and so I could put on some weight in Minnesota because it's cold and you bundle up, and I wasn't used to it and everything is so cheap. Yeah, I just put on the weight. My dad put on weight, my brother put on weight, we all put on, like, I put 20 pounds, I think they put on like 40, so I got kind of lucky. Then I remember I was about to join the Air Force, and my dad and I were talking about how we like put on weight and stuff, and I said, oh well, I'm joining the Air Force and so I'm gonna be working out and like I'm gonna lose all this weight. And he's like, wow, you're really putting all your eggs in one basket. And I was like, yeah, it's the Air Force, it's the military, like of course I'm gonna lose weight. Joined the military, I was probably like in like the 140s, and then I remember graduating basic training and I was like at the high 150s. You did do a lot of like running and cardio, but we also only had 3 meals a day, like certain times we could eat. So I just like would shove my face like as much food as I could because that's the only time you could eat, so you felt a lot hungrier, I think. I graduated basic training and I was still not bad. I was like in my 150s, which is perfectly fine. Went into the military, Oni and I got married a little after that, and so, you know, they say once you're married, you're happy, you kind of continue to put on weight. Every year after that, I was in the military for 6 years, and I continued to work out, I just wasn't eating that well. And Oni and I, you know, we're living in the mainland, it's kind of new to us, so food is very cheap in the mainland compared to Hawaii. I mean, yes, we have our fast food places, but we only have a couple. In the mainland, it's like this whole new world. Olive Garden, Chick-fil-A, In-N-Out, Habit Burger, like sushi places. So in 6 years, I continued to gain weight. And I thought I was working out enough, but I didn't realize, I guess, that food was a big factor for myself. I just thought working out was fine, and I just continued to gain weight. I honestly didn't realize how bad it was until I moved home, how much weight I did gain. And also a big factor is, if you have ever been in the military or in the military, you know that it is a little bit more stressful. You're not the happiest. You probably drink more. We social drinked a lot. My friends and I would do brunch at least once a month to like more times. That was like what we did to hang out, was brunch or drinking, or, you know, celebrating something, somebody going away, somebody coming back. It was always just drinking and food. So I feel like that really factored into me gaining weight also. So when I moved home, in October of 2018, You have to remember, I live in Hawaii. Everyone is in their bikinis or in cute clothes, and I moved home and all my friends are skinny and tiny, and they were all so cute and little, and there was me. So in January, I weighed myself because I felt very uncomfortable about my body, about being in a bikini or like around friends and stuff, just because I felt so out of place. And I weighed myself and I was 193. 193. What bothered me was Oni, my husband, is a very muscular man, and he weighed like 208, 205, and so I was like, dang, I almost weigh as much as he does, which I think was a big like wake-up call for myself. It was a big eye-opener, just because I was like, I almost weigh as much as he does. And, you know, for me 193 was bad, but that doesn't mean 193 for you is bad. Everyone's body frame and body type is different. For me, that's what it was. It was bad. I wasn't happy with it, so I decided I was gonna start to lose weight. I was lucky enough, because we do live with my dad, that he also wanted to lose weight, so we could just do it as like a household, as a family, because food was a big thing because we all eat together. I like to call it like fake keto or lazy keto, but it wasn't like real keto. You don't need to do keto or intermittent fasting or really anything crazy to lose weight. All we did was cut out carbs and sugar, or we did very low intakes of carbs and sugars, because for us, carbs and sugar is what really affects our body. I bloat very easily when I eat carbs, and so you just have to figure out what works for your body, or more what doesn't work for your body, and you can really like even look into what's good for your blood type. So what we did was do as low carbs and sugars as possible, and we didn't even track anything at the time. We just, whenever we cooked dinner or a meal, we would just try to cut out whatever the carbs were in that. If I was going to eat something, I would just peek at the back to see if it has a lot of carbs, and if it did, I wouldn't eat it. You could not work out and just eat healthy and cut out carbs and stuff like that, and you can lose weight. They say it's 90% food and 10% workout. That is like that is the most honest statement I've ever heard in my life. So we cut out carbs and sugars, but I actually do like working out. So I would work out like 5 to 6 times a week, and I would just, my workouts would usually include like 20 minutes of cardio, either on like the elliptical, the treadmill. I would walk, I would do sprints, I would run, I would walk at an incline, I would do the elliptical. I would always just change it up, because you want to do stuff differently so your body doesn't get used to it. And then I would do some type of weight and workout, like a day of arms, a day of legs, a day of butt, a day of whatever. I like to do programming because it tells you what to do. So lately I've been doing Hope Isabel Howard's programming. I can link it down below or somewhere on the screen, but I've been doing her programming just because it's easier to have something to look at when you go into the gym, because there's been times I've been guilty of like walking in and being like, oh, that machine's taken, so I'm not gonna do it. Oh, that machine's taken. Oh, so I can't do that. Oh, that machine's taken. Oh, I guess that I can't really do anything and I should just go home. And I would go home. So with the programming, you could be like, okay, well, this is the things I need to get done, or I'm not done with the workout. That's how I feel. Another thing that I want to address is the scale. I have a very unhealthy relationship with the scale, and I know that. I feel like right now that's the only thing I can kind of gauge my weight on, because I've lost a drastic amount of weight. So yes, of course my clothes are going to be loose. Of course I'm going to feel better about myself. Of course I'm going to look better, but I don't feel like I'm completely done with like my weight loss journey. I feel like I can continue to lose a little bit more weight, just for my own personal beliefs. So I do know that I have an unhealthy relationship with the scale. I do think you should weigh yourself when you're working out, maybe like every Monday or every like certain day of the week, so you can gauge yourself, because during the week you're gonna fluctuate so much. One day you could be higher, the next day you could be lower, you could be higher again, just because you know, factors of like using the bathroom or what you eat, how much water you drink, how much you work out. So I do think maybe like once a week is a great way to gauge like a full week's loss. That's not the case for me. When I was losing weight, I would weigh myself every day. I don't recommend that, but I do have like a gauge of how fast it took me to lose weight, which I do think is very helpful. I lost a total of 36 pounds currently as of today, and that would put me at 157, which I am so ecstatic about. Like, just to even be in the 150s. I wasn't in the 150s since 2012, probably 2013. So to be at this weight, I could be done here if I wanted to. I just feel like I'm on a roll, and I feel like that I could lose more weight. So why not at least try to see what my body's capable of. 36 pounds is very exciting. So the first 10 pounds, it took like a month and a half to lose. Because usually when you're heavier, you'll lose weight faster until you start to get to a plateau, and then it makes it a little bit harder. And it took me another like 2 months to lose the next 10 pounds. And then from there, I kind of a lot more lenient on what I ate. So those first 20 pounds, I was very strict about what I was eating. Not strict dieting, just strict on what I actually ate, because it was like, I would think to myself that I didn't want to waste what I was eating on something bad and then regret it. So I was just more strict on what I was eating. And then after I lost like 20 pounds, I was like, oh, I feel good about myself. I could probably be a little bit more lenient. And that is the thing. Once you become more lenient, it is very hard to get back on track, because you'll never be as motivated as you were at the beginning. So after the first 20 pounds, it took me almost 4 months to lose another 10 pounds. And then I still haven't lost them. And then since October, I haven't lost 10 pounds. I know I've been really lenient, because that's been since October. I haven't lost weight, or I haven't lost 10 pounds. I've still lost weight, but I fluctuate a lot. And my biggest thing is like the weekends. I will get to my lowest on a Friday, and then the weekends will just screw me up, and I'll just continue to start over. But the biggest thing I can say, and if you could hopefully get from like how long it's taken me to lose the weight, is consistency is key. You can mess up however many times, you can slip up, you can eat a treat, you can have a cheat meal. It's just the factor of continuing and starting back up to continue to be motivated. I have a hard time with motivation. Also, just like every single person, because we're human and our minds control us, and we're very lazy people. So I ask myself, I ask my friends, people around me, people I work out with, on different ways to change my eating habits, to change my diet, to change my workout plans, to change the way I work out, to change my goals. I was lucky enough to have my dad who is also eating healthy. So as long as you can talk to people that you live with in your household, I think is the biggest thing. Also, to have just everyone on the same page. Even though Oni wasn't really wanting to lose weight, he just kind of had to go with it, and would have like little brace packs that he could eat by himself for dinner. So there is ways to like compromise and work around other people who are living with you. I also don't think it's necessary to count calories, but if that's what helps you, this is a huge way to help you keep track of how much you're eating. So earlier I said you don't need to do keto or intermittent fasting or any like crazy dieting. As long as you're in a calorie deficit, which just means that you're lower than the normal amount of calories you burn. So everyone has a normal amount, which for me, I think is 1,400 to 1,500. As long as you're under that amount, then you're not eating more than the amount of calories that you're burning. Does that make sense? I am not a nutritionist or a physical trainer, so I'm not talking from any like knowledge or education or anything like that. I'm just talking from my own personal experience losing weight. This is what I did to lose weight. I cut carbs and sugars, and I worked out, and I stayed consistent. I honestly didn't think it was that bad at the time. I just knew I was uncomfortable with my body. But now that I look back at pictures and see myself, I honestly can't even recognize that person. It makes me very uncomfortable to even look at that. So I will add before and after pictures at the end. I did measure myself, so these are the measurement differences. I am still very muscular. I like that more like fit, toned, muscular look than just being skinny. So I feel like my measurements might be still a little bit bigger than most, just because I do have more muscle on my body. So this arm, my left arm, which is actually my smaller arm. Fun fact, my right arm is just way bigger than my left arm. I don't know if it's because I'm an ultrasound tech, so I scan with this arm, like I do everything with this side. It is my dominant side and I can only scan with this side. That's just how ultrasound works, don't question it. So it is a lot bigger. When we first started, this arm was 14 inches around and this one was 15 inches around. It was a whole inch bigger. Now this one is 13.5 inches and this one is 14 inches. So I lost an inch around each arm. My waist at the top of my hip, so like that top part of your bone, 35 inches, and now it is 32 inches. So I lost about 3 inches below, so like where my hips are, like lower, like where it's a little bit thicker, is 43 inches and now it is 37 inches. That means I lost 6 inches around my like hips. Like love handles, that's like where I was holding that weight. Around each leg, my thighs were both the same. They were 28.5 inches and now they are both 26 inches. So I lost about 2.5 inches around each thigh. It's definitely not necessary to measure yourself, but I can honestly say if you're starting a weight loss journey, I think it is very helpful if you weigh yourself, take before pictures, and then measure yourself, just because it'll give you something to physically see the difference. So sometimes when you look at yourself in the mirror, you can start to see the differences, but sometimes your mind starts to get to you and you start to question yourself. But with actual data and measurements and stuff, you can physically see, okay, I've lost this much pounds, this much inches. So I didn't go too in depth with like workout plans and workout schedulings, routines and stuff like that, and specifically what I eat like every day or what I eat to lose weight. I just feel like that's gonna be too long of a video. So if you do want to know more specifics on those two topics, then please leave some comments down below and I can definitely make other videos based just on that. I did do a what I eat in a day video, so you can go watch that. I will link it down below. If you guys want me to start making fitness content or anything like that, please let me know. And if you have any questions or concerns, leave it in the comments below. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe before you leave. I truly appreciate it. And please just take this for what it is. This is just my weight loss journey. This is what I did to get to where I am. You know, I didn't starve myself, I didn't work out excessively, I didn't do anything super crazy. I'm just a normal person who wanted to lose weight. You are beautiful just the way you are if you are happy with the way you are. I know you guys only waited this long to see the pictures, the before and after pictures, and then I did make a little video clip today of what my body looks as of this morning. So please enjoy that and don't judge me. those are the before and after pictures, something I thought I would never ever put on the internet, and here they are. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next video. Fuck. Elliptical. Don't know why. Progress, that's why they call it a fitness. So you are, fuck, you